Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How you doing there? How you doing there? The latest news is, well, I can show you better than I can tell you. The latest news is live. Diddy from the Brooklyn Detention Center, or wherever he at.
This Memorial Day is about Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy.
Let me see what's going on. Let me turn it up.
Take that. The soap-dropping king of Cell Block D. While the world lit fireworks and ate ribs, P. Diddy woke up in Rikers with a fart bubble and a fake smile whispering, "Happy Memorial Day," like it was 1998.
Trying something.
This Memorial Day is about Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, Mr. Take That, Take That, the soap-dropping king of Cell Block D. While the world lit fireworks and ate ribs, P. Diddy woke up in Rikers with a fart bubble and a fake smile whispering, "Happy Memorial Day," like it was 1998. He thought today was going to be special. A little extra Jell-O on the tray. Maybe a flashback of the good old days. But instead, P. Diddy caught a violation so nasty the soap filed a lawsuit. It started first thing in the morning. Diddy sat his greasy self on the metal toilet, humming "I'll Be Missing You," thinking he's still relevant. His pants around his ankles, his head held high, talking about, "Man, I still got it." And then it happened. One of the gangsters, real street legend, walked over slow, looked Diddy dead in the eye, and said with no hesitation, "Don't even wipe, bend over, Diddy." And guess what P. Diddy did? He bent over like it was rehearsal. He ain't flinch, he ain't ask questions. He just turned like it was rehearsal. He ain't flinch, hesitation, don't even wipe, bend over. His pants around his ankles, his head held high, talking about, "Man, I still got it." And then it happened. One of the gangsters, real street legend, walked over slow, looked Diddy dead in the eye, and said with no hesitation, "Don't even wipe, bend over, Diddy." And guess what P. Diddy did? He bent over like it was rehearsal. He ain't flinch, he ain't ask questions. He just turned around, braced himself, and whispered, "Take that, take that." And they did, on repeat. This wasn't no accident. This wasn't no misunderstanding. This was Memorial Day Butthole Edition. And P. Diddy was the main event. Inmates started lining up like it was a Soul Train line in the shower. One said, "Next stop, Diddy's dignity." The other said, "Nah, that left years ago with Cassie." P. Diddy became the weekend attraction, the Soap Olympics. Every time he dropped the bar, 5 dudes yelled, "Score!" A guard said he slipped 4 times trying to pick it up. Another one said Diddy just gave up and started kicking the soap toward the drain like it was a penalty shot. They ain't call him Brother Love no more. Now it's Butthole Buffet Mr. Lubrication, the human slip and slide. They asked him, "Where your bodyguards at now?" P. Diddy just cried and said, "This wasn't in the contract. Ain't no contracts in Cell Block D. Ain't no NDAs. Ain't no lawyers. Ain't no studio to fix this in post. Just raw soap, raw backsides, and raw reality." By noon, P. Diddy had dropped the soap so many times they changed his name in the system to Sean Slippery Combs. They carved "Take That" into soap bars and stacked them next to his bunk like trophies. The lunch lady refused to give him mashed potatoes because
Diddy,
she said she
Diddy.
didn't want to see him grab anything soft again. At rec time, P. Diddy sat on the bench by himself, legs crossed, towel tucked tight, scared to move. One inmate snuck up behind him and blew in his ear.
Sure,
Diddy
nice.
screamed like Usher in 2002. They started playing his own music against him. "It's All About the Benjamins" started blaring from someone's MP3 speaker, and a dude shouted, "You ain't getting no Benjamins now, Puffy. Just butthole bonds." By dinner, P. Diddy asked to eat in his cell alone. Warden said, "Only way you eat alone is if you stop dropping the soap." Diddy said, "I can't help it." He's broken mentally, spiritually, physically. The same baby oil that used to lube his parties is now just a memory. And while we out here honoring fallen soldiers don't forget, P. Diddy fell too. Face down, cheeks up, in front of witnesses.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no barbecue where he's at. Ain't no holiday. Just violations. Just take that on loop. Just the butthole slayer becoming the slayed. Happy Memorial Day, Diddy. Hope you brought extra soap.
Happy Memorial.
Soap.
Oh, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's 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 pin that comment. Ow.
What if I told you that P. Diddy, yes, Sean Combs himself, isn't just in jail, but might be one of the most powerful men behind the scenes in entertainment? And I'm not talking about music deals. I'm talking about secrets, private events, no phone parties, quiet influence. The kind of influence that doesn't need a headline to be real. Welcome to Legends Unleashed. And today, we're talking about P. Diddy. Not for likes, not for views, but because the world deserves to know what might really be going on. Let's start with what we know. P. Diddy is currently in jail. The man who was once the face of music, luxury, and high-profile connections is now behind bars. But don't count him out, because even from jail, P. Diddy holds weight. He's been called a gatekeeper for a reason. When federal agents raided his homes, they didn't just walk out with a few documents. They allegedly found files, footage, and enough behind-the-scenes material to raise eyebrows across the industry. Now let's talk about the names that keep coming up. Will Smith. Yes, Will Smith.
Yeah.
The movie star, the red... Connected to this web. Stories say Meek Mill was close to Diddy's inner circle at exclusive events where no phones were allowed. And let's not forget Justin Bieber. There's been talk of his early career ties to Diddy. Some call it mentorship, others think it was something different. Either way, the connection exists, and it's raised questions for years. Cassie, she spoke out, she went to court. She told the world what she experienced behind...
That's Cassie on the ground right there.
Behind closed doors. That only adds to the growing concern surrounding P. Diddy's name. The media? Quiet. And that silence, it speaks volumes. Because here's the reality. P. Diddy may still walk free. Not because he's innocent, but because he holds enough information to shake the whole industry. And if he talks, it won't just be artists at risk. It could...
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what happened.
be executives.ceos, people who never thought their names would surface.
Yeah.
Truth P. Diddy isn't just a name in music. He might be the key to understanding how deep this all goes. So I ask you, what does Diddy know? Why do names like Will Smith, Meek Mill, and Justin Bieber keep surfacing? And what happens if everything finally comes out? This is Legends Unleashed, where the silence gets exposed. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me who you think Diddy might take down with him. Because this story ain't over yet.
I am eating my Oreos. Now it hard.
The game was never that important.
P. Diddy, once the untouchable mogul of Bad Boy Records, is now the face of shame in an orange jumpsuit, sitting behind bars with gray hair and sunken eyes. His empire crumbled, not with a bang, but with whispers. Whispers that turned into headlines, and headlines that turned into confessions. One of those confessions came from Ashton Kutcher, and nobody saw it coming. Ashton sat in court, hands clenched, voice shaking. "I did terrible things," he said. But that wasn't the headline. The headline was who else he talked about. Diddy's name came up. Not once, but several times, wrapped in secrets, drug-fueled parties, and celebrity rituals that sounded more like nightmares than Hollywood dreams. Ashton brought up a party where Brittany Murphy was invited. She was young, rising, full of life. After that night, something changed in her. Ashton said she looked at him different, like she was hiding something deep. She told him she saw things at that party she couldn't unsee. People in masks, people passed out. Diddy in the middle of it like a conductor of chaos. Brittany was never the same. She spiraled, and now she's gone. Then a photo dropped, Ashton in a bubble bath with Oprah. The internet went wild. Why was Oprah there? Why was Ashton shirtless? Why was Diddy's name being thrown around in conversations involving some of the most powerful people in entertainment? People started pulling receipts, old videos, old party photos. Rumors that Diddy's house wasn't just a house, it was a trap. A factory of silence and NDAs. Inside the jail, Diddy broke. Not just mentally, but spiritually. The man who used to walk through clubs like royalty now walks in line with his head down. They say he cries at night. They say the inmates call him "take that" and laugh when he drops the soap. One guard told a blogger he heard another inmate say, "Turn around, Diddy. It's showtime," and he did. Photos of Diddy holding his head in shame started flooding the internet. The man once seen as a legend is now the cautionary tale. The energy around him changed. No more glamour, no more red carpets. Just orange clothes, cold walls, and echoing footsteps at 3 a.m. And then came Oprah's name again. Some folks saying she was around way too many of these stories. From Weinstein to Diddy. From Epstein, links to private meetings nobody asked for. And now a bubble bath photo, people want answers. They saying it's too many coincidences and too much silence from the same circle. Back in court, Ashton looked like a man carrying weight. Not just guilt, but truth. Truth he should have spoken years ago. He said Diddy wasn't just part of the scene, he was orchestrating it. Ashton said he stayed quiet, young and innocent. But now that Diddy's behind bars, the chains are breaking off more than just him. Other names are coming, more truths are rising, and the mask is off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And just in case you thought Diddy's humiliation ended in court.
Nope.
Let me leave you with this. One night in cell block D, Diddy was on the toilet, mid-shit, vulnerable as hell. And a former gangster from Baltimore, real savage, walked up on him and said, "Don't even wipe. Bend over, Diddy." And right there on the spot, they did him dirty. The saga continues.
Damn, Diddy. Damn, Diddy. Said don't even wipe. Don't even wipe, Diddy. Let's see. Yeah, I know y'all want to see. Let's see. Let's get to the next news article.
Diddy is buzzing. This story is so... P. Diddy, I'm sorry. Yeah, I called you the butthole slayer, jailhouse mama, soap drop king, and word on the street is you might actually be coming home. So before you call your lawyer or send a bad boy street team to my front door, I gotta say it. I truly apologize. Truly. But this is Legends Unleashed. And when something's trending harder than TMZ, I gotta tell it my way. Let's talk about it. May 13th, Diddy stepped back in court looking like a man who hadn't slept or sat right in a week. Diddy ran to the bathroom before the judge even spoke. Sources say he was nervous. Real nervous. Sitting on that toilet with his head down, whispering, take that, under his breath like a broken remix. And then it happened. A real gangster from Cell Block D, still shackled at the ankles, walked in and said, Diddy, don't even wipe. Bend over. Diddy didn't even blink. He just stood up slow like he was waiting on the beat to drop. No flush, no prayer, just trauma. He went back into court limping. The judge looked him in the eyes and said, Mr. Combs, I can see the pain. You clearly been through enough and trials delayed. So Diddy got sent back to jail. But that's when the real show began. As soon as he walked back into Brooklyn detention, inmates started clapping their hands in rhythm like it was the Source Awards. Diddy. Oh, Diddy. Welcome back home. One inmate pulled out a bottle of that famous P. Diddy body oil like it was a gift. Said, been saving this just for you. Another one had a bar of soap labeled Extra Slippery Edition. That bar was shining like it had armor on it. He walked up to Diddy, clapped twice, and said, can't stop, won't stop, making you drop that soap. Diddy stood still, silent. You could hear the fear through the concrete. Now listen, this ain't just jokes. Diddy's still facing serious charges. Sex trafficking, abuse, conspiracy, and more names are being mentioned by the day. Orlando Brown been screaming wild stuff on live streams. Usher ain't said a word, but the silence is suspicious. Meek Mill showed up in the legal docs like he was summoned. Justin Bieber's name got whispered online. Cassie, Diddy's ex, already dropped the bomb on the whole situation. Diddy tried to say it was all the drugs, that he wasn't in control. Told a judge, please forgive me for being naughty. Now we might laugh, but this courtroom circus is real. And Diddy? You sue me, you just gonna get a half bag of Doritos and a Boost mobile bill. I'm just reporting what everybody else is laughing about behind closed doors. And because this is Legends Unleashed, and over here, we say what the rest are scared to whisper. So do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Drop a soap emoji if you're still reading. Tell me, is Diddy coming home for real? Or is Cell Block D his new label? And most important, who's next in the hot seat? Because around here, we make everybody legendary, one savage truth at a time. P. Diddy might be headed back to Rikers Island, and the whole city...
Hello, everybody. Smash that like button, please. What y'all want to see? Let's see. Let's see. I don't know which one to watch.
What if I told you Christian Combs might be standing in the biggest spotlight of his life? And it ain't just because he's Diddy's son. Oh no, this right here. This is the kind of heat that make you sweat through your designer shades and rethink every VIP invite you ever accepted. Legends Unleashed. And yeah, I told you all about Diddy dropping soap in Brooklyn Detention Center. But today, we talking about Christian Combs. And don't worry, Christian. I'm not coming for your soap bar, fam. You're still free. You're still fresh. But your name's been popping up more than Diddy's dance moves in the 90s. Let's be clear. Christian ain't locked up. He's out here stunting in velvet durags and silk fits, flexing like life is sweet. But the courtroom? It's throwing shade from the bench. And Christian's name is snuck into those court docs like it RSVP'd last minute to a scandal. Christian Combs, aka Ken Combs, been trying to build his name in the music game, looking like he's straight out the bad boy blueprint. He got joints with Chris Brown, fashion collabs, and more IG flexes than a gym mirror. But when Diddy went to court yesterday, May 13th, 2025, it got real fast. The courtroom had enough heat to fry chicken. Lawyers came with receipts. Witnesses came ready to spill tea and drop names like mixtapes. And guess who got mentioned again? Our boy Christian. Not charged, not cuffed, but connected. Allegations started flying. The stories about private events, VIP parties, an exclusive guest list sounded more like season 4 of a true crime doc. And Christian? People say he was there. Maybe not in the spotlight, but somewhere close to the stage. Social media been going nuts. Reddit got timelines, TikTok got theories, and Twitter? Twitter already crowned him Prince of the Panic Room. But hear me loud, Christian. Please don't come for me, bro. I ain't got no smoke with you. I'm just reporting what the streets already whispering. I'm not saying you guilty. I'm saying you might know who is. Big difference. And look, I'm not here to roast you like I do your pops. You ain't in jail, you ain't dropping soap, and you definitely ain't wearing County Orange. But this spotlight ain't going anywhere, and the court ain't done rolling tape. Legends Unleashed, baby. We dig into the mess with a shovel and a GoPro. We tell the truth even if it makes people sweat. No fear, no filter. If there's more to this story, I promise you, I'll find...
That's all, y'all.
What if I told you? P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, whatever name he go by, is no longer running Bad Boy. He's running from the soap in Rikers Island. And guess what? That soap's got unlimited lives. Diddy didn't just get locked up, he got dropped in Rikers, where inmates don't ask for commissary, they ask, who knew in the shower? And Diddy, he the main event. That man been dropping soap so much, CO's put a wet floor sign with his face on it. They call him the Butthole Slayer on the streets, but in Rikers, he the Butthole Slayed. Every time he'd bend over, it sound like an old Bad Boy track. Take that! Take that! Take that! Let's rewind. Cassie told the courts Diddy dragged her down a hotel hallway in a towel. Footage got leaked. Feds raided his crib and found 1,000 plus bottles of baby oil and drug-laced freak cream, like he was training for the Olympics of scandal. Meanwhile, Usher's crying, Justin Bieber quiet, Meek Mill vanished. Diddy got secrets on everyone. Even in jail, he's still a gatekeeper. He might walk, not because he's innocent, but because if he talks, Hollywood folds like laundry. But don't worry, we talking about it on legendsunleashed.tmz. Scared we not. Yes, AI helped me format this, but the roast is 100% mine. So like, comment, and share it with someone who still plays Mo Money Mo Problems. Let the world know. Diddy's in Rikers, but the soap is free. Welcome to Legends Unleashed.
Oh, what's next? What's next? Another story. Diddy story. Diddy story. I'm new to this too, y'all, so hold tight. Hold tight. Don't leave. Hold tight. Hold tight.
The Diddy trial, Cassie testified and destroyed Diddy. Here are the key highlights of Cassie Ventura testifying against Diddy. Prosecutor: what were you afraid would happen if you said no? Ventura: making him angry. He had blackmail materials. Prosecutor: how is it going with your music career? Ventura: trying to come up with a concept. Sean called all of the shots. Prosecutor: how many songs did you write while with Sean? Ventura: 100. Most were never released. Prosecutor: how many albums on your deal were not released? Ventura: 9. Prosecutor: did you get paid for them? Ventura: number. Prosecutor: how did Sean's moods vary day to day? When his mood swung, could you describe it? Ventura: anger. The Diddy trial, Cassie.
Come on, man, I'll suck your dick, man. Come on, just let me get a hit, man. I got these cheeseburgers, man. Spare change, brother. I'm trying to get drunk today. Ah, Smokey, back here taking a shit. Let me borrow your VCR right.
Legends Unleashed exclusive. Diddy, oh Diddy. The soap won't stop. The freak won't quit. Brooklyn Detention Center done turned into bad boy booty camp. And P. Diddy? He the captain of the cheeks. Let's get straight to it. P. Diddy been caught not once, not twice, but multiple times jerking off in the corner of his cell like it's a freak audition. Lotion bottle in hand, sweat on his forehead, soap sitting nearby like a trap. They say he hums, "I Need a Girl Part 2" while going to work on himself. No shame, no towel, just freaky billionaire vibes bouncing off the jailhouse walls. Now the gangsters in the block, they ain't having it. They've been watching. They've been plotting. They said the moment that soap hits the floor, "Take that, take that, take that." And they mean it. Every time Diddy dropped that soap, a celebration starts like it's Grammy night in Cell Block D. They told him, "You wanted bad boy? You got bad boys." And they've been taking turns passing him like he a Ciroc bottle on New Year's Eve. Now get this. The correctional officers had to tie a rope to his wrist to keep him from chasing the soap across the cell like a cracked out poodle. Diddy been slipping so much they call him Mr. Repeat
Hold up. Smash that like button, please.
Offender of the soap. One of the lifers said, "This man treating soap like it's his Grammy speech, dropping it every night. He walking around looking like a ghost of himself. Gray hair, sunken eyes, pants halfway up, and a Lille bottle of cocoa butter tucked in his waistband." And listen up, this part is serious. If you or someone you know was affected by Diddy, mentally, physically, spiritually, or freakfully, now's the time to get that lawsuit in. Because Diddy's lawyers are panicking, and the judge is circling. Once that hammer drop, it's over. The wall's closing in. The silence from revolt is loud. And that Brooklyn courtroom about to turn into Freak Court Live. So don't wait. If Diddy touched, threatened, freaked, groomed, manipulated, forced, filmed, or even made you hear him whisper, "Take that," in a creepy hallway, go file that lawsuit now. Because the clock's ticking, and soon his lawyer's gonna do what he's been doing in jail, pull out and try to clean it up too late. Legends unleashed out. This ain't just gossip. This a Freakumentary in real time. Diddy out here writing his own horror story, one lotion bottle at a time. And remember, every time the soap drops, so does his legacy. Take that. Take that. Take that.
Damn, Diddy. You been dropping a lot of soap, bro.
What if I told you that P. Diddy, yes, Sean Combs himself, isn't just in jail, but might be one of the most powerful men behind the scenes in entertainment? And I'm not talking about music deals. I'm talking about secrets, private events, no phone parties, quiet influence. The kind of influence that doesn't need a headline to be real. Welcome to Legends Unleashed. And today, we're talking about P. Diddy. Not for likes, not for views, but because the world deserves to know what might really be going on. Let's start with what we know. P. Diddy is currently in jail.
Thank you, everybody that smashed that like button. Can I get some more likes?
Luxury and high-profile connections is now behind bars.
Some more
but
likes.
Don't count him out, because even
Tap
from
the
jail,
screen.
P. Diddy holds weight. He's been called a gatekeeper for a reason. When federal agents raided his homes, they didn't just walk out with a few documents. They allegedly found files, footage, and enough behind-the-scenes material to raise eyebrows across the industry. Now let's talk about the names that keep coming up. Will Smith. Yes, Will
Yeah,
Smith,
Diddy got a son,
movie star,
Kristen.
the Red Table Talk survivor. Rumors have tied Will Smith to...
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Yeah, Diddy do got a son, Kristen. He looked just like him. And they said he's tied to all the freaky things, just like his daddy.
private parties hosted by Diddy. Not proven, but enough to raise questions. Then there's Meek Mill, another major name connected to this web. Stories say Meek Mill was close to Diddy's inner circle at exclusive events where no phones were allowed. And let's not forget Justin Bieber.
Yep.
There's been talk of his early career ties to Diddy. Some call it mentorship, others think it was something different.
Smash that
Either
like
way,
button,
the
y'all.
connection exists, and it's raised questions for years. Cassie, she spoke out. She went to court. She told the world what she experienced behind closed doors. That only adds to the growing concern surrounding P. Diddy's name. The media? Quiet. And that silence, it speaks volumes. Because here's the reality. P. Diddy may still walk free, Not because he's innocent, but because he holds enough information to shake the whole industry. And if he talks, it won't just be artists at risk. It could be executives, CEOs, people who never thought their names would surface. This isn't gossip. This is about influence, about Truth P. Diddy isn't just a name in music. He might be the key to understanding how deep this all goes. So I ask you, what does Diddy know? Why do names like Will Smith, Meek Mill, and Justin Bieber keep surfacing? And what happens if everything finally comes out? This is Legends Unleashed, where the silence gets exposed. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me who you think Diddy might take down with him. Because this story ain't over yet.
He might take Jay-Z down next. R. Kelly always said Jay-Z was, you know, he like boys too, or kids too. But I'm not sure. I ain't digging to Jay-Z. I'm talking about Diddy. Diddy, oh Diddy. Diddy, oh Diddy. Let me take it back. Let's take it back a little bit.
Right back to Cell Block D, surrounded by... The saga continues. P. Diddy's trial officially started today, May 12, 2025, and it already feels like the courtroom is hotter than any beat he ever dropped. Cameras were rolling, the media packed out, and Diddy showed up like he still had power. But the moment he stepped in that courthouse, it was clear. Ain't no stage to perform on this time. This ain't a show. It's survival. Now let's keep it real. P. Diddy ain't new to courtrooms. He's been ducking cases, throwing hush money, and keeping things quiet for years.
Yep.
But today, there's no more hiding. The judge is looking him in the eye. Victims in the courtroom. People laughing. Not with him, but at him. The same people he once paid to disappear now sitting in that courtroom, ready to speak. Before the hearing even started, Diddy went into the courthouse bathroom. Tried to get a little peace before the storm. But word is, while he was on the toilet, another man walked in, stared him down and said, "Don't even wipe. Bend over." That right there, that's not just disrespect, it's a message. Everybody knows Diddy ain't just on trial in that courtroom. He's on trial in the streets, in the jails, on social media, and in the public's eyes. And after that judge dismisses court for the day, he goes right back to Cell Block D, surrounded by gangsters who couldn't care less about platinum plaques or Grammy awards. Let's talk about that block. The same men Diddy used to step over are now the ones stepping to him. They heard the stories, they watched the downfall, and now they get to see the man up close, with no lawyers, no gates, no bodyguards, just bars and consequences. And the wildest part? Some people in the courtroom said they overheard Diddy telling his team he might just fire his high-priced lawyer. Word is, he finally realized no matter how much money you throw at this, you can't lawyer your way out of justice. Might as well call a public defender at this point. He gonna end up with the same sentence either way. The courtroom was cold today. And I don't mean the AC. I'm talking about eyes staring through him, victims smirking, and the world finally watching P. Diddy stand alone. That bad boy image, gone. That mogul respect, fading. The only thing standing strong right now is the truth. And it is hitting him harder than any diss track ever could. This case is just getting started. Today was only the first real day, and it's already explosive. Testimonies coming. More details about the parties, the payoffs, the manipulation. But some folks online, they're trying to paint a picture like all this is made up. Like the women who say they were harassed and assaulted, they just woke up one day and decided to make it all up. Like Diddy didn't lace up so many shoes in his lifetime, some things have to be laced up. You got people out here saying this whole thing is some type of setup. As if these women don't have nothing better to do than spend years planning this out, waiting for their moment to strike. Listen, this is bigger than Diddy, bigger than any celebrity. These are real lives we're talking about, real pain, real trauma. You can't put a price tag on what these women have gone through. As for Puff, the only person he's got to answer to right now is himself. This ain't no setup. This is life catching up. all those secrets, all that hidden stuff, it comes back to bite you. Karma served cold. And let's keep it real out here. A lot of celebrities, they play dumb. They act like they know nothing when they hear rumors about their friends or associates doing shady things. Now, we all know what's going on. We just don't talk about it because it's easier to keep the party going, to keep making moves, to keep cashing checks. But there's a difference between keeping it moving and being truly innocent. When you're really innocent, you don't need to hide behind a fake tough guy or girl image. You don't threaten or harass people. You don't buy silence. You speak up. You use your platform. You help others. So let's not act like we don't know what's happening out here. Let's not act like we haven't seen the warning signs. Let's be better. Let's be the change we want to see. Let's use our voices to amplify the truth and support those who dare to speak out against the lies. So stay tuned, stay safe, and remember, the truth always comes out. Let's talk about it more in the comments. Drop your thoughts. Let me know what you think about it. We'll continue the conversation over there. Until next time, stay strong, stay true to yourself, and don't ever give up on the truth. Peace. And a talent show where Big Tyrone was serenading. Well, it seems like the jig is officially up for P. Diddy, the booty hole slayer himself. It's been less than a week since he found himself thrown back inside Brooklyn detention after Judge Juan Merchant lost all patience with his sorry butt. And now the word on the street is that he's getting his own reputation rearranged in a way that nobody saw coming. The man who once threw wild parties and sprayed baby oil like it was the secret to eternal cool is now locked up in Brooklyn detention. And tomorrow, Mother's Day, is about to witness history in the making. It's not your typical holiday. May 12th is approaching, and for the first time in jail history, the inmates aren't thinking about calling their real mothers. They've already got one. His name? Mama Diddy. Listen up, because I'm only going to tell you this once. Diddy was supposed to be walking tall on May 5th. He strolled into court with a fresh haircut, designer suit, and that confident swagger, acting like nothing could bring him down. He tried the usual lines about being drunk and not meaning any harm, trying to blame it on the party lifestyle. But then the judge, without skipping a beat, leaned forward and barked, "Diddy, if you don't sit your dumb ass down." With that, the gavel came down like a beat drop from 98. Bail was denied. And just like that, his case was sent straight back to jail. No appeal,
hold on, I gotta hear that
no
again.
mercy.
Sorry, y'all.
But then the judge, without skipping a beat, leaned forward and barked, "Diddy, if you don't sit your dumb ass down." With that, the gavel came down like a beat drop from 98. Bail was denied. And just like that, his case was sent straight back to jail. No appeals, no mercy, and definitely no celebrity special treatment. Now, don't go anywhere, because what happens next is the real shocker. So the next thing you see, Diddy finds himself heading back to Brooklyn detention, and the warden is waiting for him like a father disappointed by his wayward son. "Diddy, get over here, boy," the warden calls out. Then in a moment that will go down in jailhouse legend, he holds out a bar of soap and says, "Catch it." But we all know Diddy isn't known for his catching skills.
Nope.
That soap hit the floor, and with it fell the last vestiges of his former glory. In that instant, Diddy wasn't seen as the mogul of the music world anymore. Instead, he earned a new title, Mama Diddy. And that ain't no diss. Word spread quickly throughout Cell Block C. Inmates began calling him Mama Diddy with pride. They no longer pined for their long-missed mothers. Instead, they gathered around him each day. One inmate even said, "I haven't seen my real mom in years, but Mama Diddy's hugs make it feel like she's right here." Now listen closely. Diddy isn't getting any special breaks now. He's not running the place, but he's still getting the same rough treatment as every other inmate. When he steps into the showers, it's not a moment for solitude. It's showtime. You better believe that in Brooklyn detention, everybody gets a turn. Inmates have him dropping that proverbial soap on schedule. He's become like a revolving door. Everyone gets a chance, and no one's missing out. And it isn't just the inmates. The correctional officer and even the warden are in on it. They're all lining up for what they call Mama Diddy. Some COs joke that Diddy is no longer the man he used to be. He is now the heartbeat of the block. Word on the Cell Block grapevine is that tomorrow is going to be a total blast. For Mother's Day, the inmates have made a plan to turn Cell Block C into a party zone. We're talking an oatmeal cake with peanut butter frosting,
Yummy.
homemade cards crafted from paper towels, and a talent show where Big Tyrone will serenade everyone with "I'll Be Missing You." No host barred, of course. One creative inmate even fashioned a bonnet for Diddy out of old materials, proclaiming it a crown fit for the queen of the cell. But here's the twist. The only way Diddy can escape this whole Mama Diddy madness...
Listen, this is the most important part. Y'all don't want to miss this part.
...is by striking a crazy deal. Not a typical legal plea, but a downright daring off-the-books arrangement. He'd have to head back into that courtroom and look the judge in the eye to say, "Your Honor, if you set me free, I'll hand over the last 3 bottles of our exclusive baby oil stash, those rare ones from the raid, the ones that started it all." That's his wild card left in the deck. So here's the question I want you to ponder. Should Diddy stick with his new role as the reigning jailhouse mama? Or will he gamble it all on that racy deal to reclaim his freedom? Now let's talk about something that's got folks scratching their heads. Is the feds targeting Diddy in a way they never did the CSBs? Or were they just lucky enough to catch him
Alright, let's go to something else. Diddy. The soap dropping king. Mr. Take That. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stay here. Smash that like button. I'm trying to be a creator. Come on, help me out, y'all. Smash that like button. Smash that like button.
You're learning so many important things.
Diddy edition.
I'm so proud of you. You're learning so many important things.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you.
We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you see Busta in the airport too.
Thank you.
Smash that
like button, y'all. Don't forget.
Smash Drake.
We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy.
If you don't like me, just breathe in and breathe out. Cause there's nothing else you can do. If you don't like me, just breathe.
That's him at nighttime. That's what he dress up as. That's how Baltimore dudes be sometimes. You gotta watch out.
Breathe in and breathe out. Cause there's nothing else you can do.
Hey yo, you do that again, I'm gonna bust.
Diddy, come on out. It's Diddy, come on, start to tell it now. I'm taking a lunch right on Billy Craig. Like, how about getting this place? It's a panic. It's like early apple, like, it's cold again. I'll be in a lift. Diddy, come on out.
I'm gonna show you how to
We will find you. 100% we will find you. And when we do, you're not gonna see another daylight. You're gonna be behind those bars.
Clink.
Yes, we're gonna protect our community.
Yes, sir.
We will find you.
Obviously don't.
Lost myself at a Diddy party. Didn't know that's how it goes. I was in it for a new Ferrari, but it cost me way more than my soul. Wasn't worth all the fortune and fame. All the girls.
Diddy was with everybody. Your favorite rapper, singer, celebrity, movie star. He done clapped them all. Lost myself at a Diddy party.
Lost myself at a Diddy.
Fellas, I was just checking to see if
I want to snitch. I want to snitch. I want to tell. Whatever they call telling.
Free Diddy, free Diddy, free Diddy.
And I want to make it cool to do it.
Free Diddy, smash that like button. Free Diddy, smash that like button.
I want to tell. Whatever they.
Inmates have been making up stories to try to get transferred into Diddy's unit.
Free Diddy, because this is not right, they said.
Supposedly to attack him. An inside source reveals that several
John Doe, Free Diddy.
Inmates have tried to scam their way into the segregated
Free Diddy.
housing unit where Diddy is held. The source suspects a scheme possibly gang-related to, at minimum, assault Diddy and at maximum, well, you can take a wild guess. Allegedly, inmates have faked mental health crises, and some have claimed they're in danger in hopes of getting sent to the SHU where Diddy's held. Some inmates seek a badge of honor by attacking a famous inmate like Diddy, who faces charges involving women and possibly minors. Any inmate with charges like these is viewed by other inmates as open season. The MDC is reportedly enforcing strict silence
Smash that
among
like
staff
button. Look,
regarding all
double tap the screen right now. Come on, 1,
inmates
2,
have been making
3,
up stories
double
to try
tap.
to get transferred into Diddy's unit.
Come on.
Supposedly,
You do this every day? Yeah. Why? Because I love it. You do this every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because I love it.
Smash that like button, please.
Hey, you shut your face! If we want to hear you talk, I will shove my armor there to work your mouth like an up. Hey!
All your stupid fucking shit ideas, everything you fucking touch is shit. Fuck yourself. And I fucking quit, you fucker. All your...
Can you feel my dick fucking your mind? Hold on. Come on, player, lose the pink, man. It's not gangster. What are you talking about? The name of the song is called I'm Gangsta. Oh, and you're one shirt away from Carlton, motherfucker.
Diddy thinks he may have a get-out-of-jail-free card. Diddy's lawyers argued that Diddy was so intoxicated from heavy drug use that he didn't mentally understand what he was doing when the alleged incidents happened. Court papers show prosecutors are fighting against a psychiatrist who claims Diddy wasn't mentally able to understand what he was doing when the alleged crimes happened. In legal terminology, men's
Smash that like button, please. I only got 300 subscribers. Smash that like button.
res refers to someone's awareness or intent.
Everybody in here, y'all can help me get my videos better by smashing that like button.
During an alleged crime.
Smash that like button and my video is going to get better. I need y'all.
To secure a conviction, prosecutors must establish beyond reasonable doubt that he not only committed the acts, but did so with the necessary mental
Yeah, Diddy's son, he's freaky just like his daddy.
State or intention. In my
Kristen Combs.
opinion, this strategy seems weak for Diddy's case and
Diddy is a real gatekeeper.
Likely won't be effective in helping him beat these charges. Diddy thinks he may have...
Oh, let me go back to that Christian story. I don't know if everybody was here. Let's go back to Christian real quick. Christian, he's freaky too. I just think I ain't been talking about him though. Yep, Jesus will bring it to light. Amen. Amen. Say it again. Smash that like button if you believe what they just said. Fighting for Donald. I like that. I like that. Smash that like button. Oh, let's go back to Kristen though. Kristen. Baby Diddy. Y'all better watch it because Diddy might send his team at my house and get me because I'm exposing him and I'm not scared. Yep, y'all saw what happened to Jamie Foxx when he exposed him, when Usher exposed him. He came and got him. But me, we Legends Unleashed. Let's go to Christian. Where Christian at? Christian. Here we go, right here.
What if I told you Christian Combs might be standing in the...
Let me get a little volume. All right, here we go. Let's see what Christian doing.
What if I told you Christian Combs might be standing in the biggest spotlight of his life? And it ain't just because he's Diddy's son. Oh no, this right here. This is the kind of heat that make you sweat through your designer shades and rethink every VIP invite you ever accepted. Legends Unleashed.
Hold on, and read this comment. Yeah, I don't wish prison on nobody either. He might get out, I mean, one day he might get out. I think, to be honest, in my opinion, I don't know how y'all feel. I think that Diddy is going to get out because he know too much stuff. He's tied too much stuff. All them record deals and all them CEO parties. He got dirt on everybody. On everybody. And if Diddy open his mouth right now, he's going to walk away scot-free.
Yeah, I told you all about Diddy dropping soap in Brooklyn Detention Center, but today you sweat through your designer shit. What if I told you Christian Combs might be standing in the biggest spotlight of his life? And it ain't just because he's Diddy's son. Oh no, this right here. This is the kind of heat that make you sweat through your designer shades and rethink every VIP invite you ever accepted. Legends Unleashed. And yeah, I told you all about Diddy dropping soap in Brooklyn Detention Center, but today we talking about Christian Combs. And don't worry, Christian, I'm not coming for your soap bar, fam. You're still free. You're still fresh. But your name's been popping up more than Diddy's dance moves in the 90s. Let's be clear. Christian ain't locked up. He's out here stunting in velvet durags and silk fits, flexing like life is sweet. But the courtroom? It's throwing shade from the bench, and Christian's name is snuck into those court docs like an RSVP last minute to a scandal. Christian Combs, aka Ken Combs, been trying to build his name in the music game, looking like he's straight out the bad boy blueprint. He got joints with Chris Brown, fashion collabs, and more IG flexes.
You can look all this up, it's true.
But when Diddy went to court yesterday, May 13th, 2025, it got real fast. The courtroom had enough heat to fry chicken. Lawyers came with receipts. Witnesses came ready to spill tea and drop names like mixtapes. And guess who got mentioned again? Our boy Christian. Not charged, not cuffed, but connected. Allegation.
Movie mode.
Stories about private events, VIP parties, an exclusive guest list sounding more like season 4 of a true crime doc. And Christian? People say he was there. Maybe not in the spotlight, but somewhere close to the stage. Social media been going nuts. Reddit got timelines, TikTok got theories, and Twitter already crowned him Prince of the Panic Room. But hear me loud, Christian. Please don't come for me, bro. I ain't got no smoke with you. I'm just reporting what the streets already whispering. I'm saying you guilty. I'm saying you might know who is. Big difference. And look, I'm not here to roast you like I do your pops. You ain't in jail, you ain't dropping soap, and you definitely ain't wearing County Orange. But this spotlight ain't going anywhere, and the court ain't done rolling tape. Legends Unleashed, baby. We dig into the mess with a shovel and a GoPro. We tell the truth even if it makes people sweat. No fear, no filter. If there's more to this story, I promise you, I'll find it. So go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Do you think Christian Combs is just caught in Diddy's storm? Is this guilt by association or something deeper? Should I dig deeper or let this prince of the party slide? Drop your thoughts. Tag a friend and tell me, who should I drag next into the hot seat? Because over here, we don't tiptoe around the truth. We make everybody legendary, one exposed secret at a time.
Hey, knock it the fuck off.
I'm gonna shut my bitch ass up then. You got it, big bro.
How to get 48,000? Yo, hype me up. One kid that he was on the toilet, he was shitting, and dude came in there and said, "Turn around, don't even wipe." One kid that he was on the. You want to know why I'm sitting here in this ugly ass orange jumpsuit? You really want to know why they threw my ass in YouTube prison? All right, fuck it. Here it is. I hijacked the whole damn game. Jack Craig snatched every one of his little YouTube med pod formulas. Every fake-ass secret he was selling, I took it. I cracked it open like a fucking can of tuna. Course after course. I hijacked everything, took the knowledge and dipped. I built a whole fucking archive. They were teaching people how to build cash cows. Shit, I became the fucking slaughterhouse. And you know what? It worked. I knew how to build channels. I knew how to automate them. I knew how to get retention. I knew how to get the money pumping without ever showing my face. Jack ran to the fucking YouTube police and ratted me out. They threw my ass in the pit. 90 days. No monetization. No lifelines. No shortcuts left. But you think that broke me? Fuck no. While I've been sitting here, I've been building a real plan. I got something out better than all their little courses. I do not need no fake guru's approval. I got the real blueprint burned into my goddamn brain. You want to know why I'm sitting here in this ugly ass...
The biggest secret.
You're learning.
If you don't like me, just breathe in and breathe out. People need to stop. Clean, clean, clean. Man, you capping. Ooh, clean, 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 clean. Oh, you capping. Drip, splash, water, drip, splash, splash, drip, water, splash, splash, drip, water. Clean, clean.
Diddy.
People need to stop playing with me like I'm somebody to play with.
You say you gonna do what?
I love.
Diddy's super cushy jail.
People need to stop. Clean, clean, clean. Man, you capping.
What a fucking bitch, bruh. Honestly. And if I had a damn missile, if I had a spare missile, I'd throw it at that bitch, man. I really, really would. What a fucking bitch, bruh. Honestly.
Don't you fucking ask me about nothing that you just saw. Don't you fuck.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
We gotta thicken our fucking stream. We gotta thicken the fuck out of that stream right now. Shit is serious out here. Throw that fucking phone out of my office. Y'all think this meeting is for me? No, this meeting is not for me. It's for y'all.
For y'all.
See, I'm gonna be all right. We gotta.
Women nearly fainted. Diddy is now in this infamous jail. He's being held in the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Brooklyn, New York. Arrested on charges including sex trafficking and racketeering, Diddy's been denied bail. Yes, he'll almost certainly be held in protective custody and have his own cell. But we've seen that exact situation not go as planned with one of the richest people in the world, Jeffrey Epstein.
We need 5 more likes and we had 25 likes, y'all.
The MDC. It's no joke. Known as the Guantanamo of New York, it's got a rep for violence, understaffing, and sketchy conditions.
We need 5 more
Diddy's
likes.
rumored
We need 5 more likes and we had 25 likes together, y'all.
Have dirt on some powerful people. Many believe he secretly recorded his freak-off parties.
5 more likes.
If true, a lot of big names might be sweating right now.
Thank you. 4 more likes. Let's go. Let's start this like trend. Everybody push that like button, please.
Close the doors. Close the
3
doors.
more. 3 more.
Close the doors. I said,
Diddy just pulled an ace.
3 more likes. We had 25, y'all. We can do it. We can do it, y'all. We can do it. We can make this channel Legends Unleashed. We can get 25. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
From his sleeve, allegedly high-profile defense attorney Mark Garagos will be taking over as the lead attorney.
Somebody just hit the like button again. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah. I'm happy.
Representing Diddy in his trial. Mark Garagos, who famously represented Scott Peterson, Hunter Biden, the Menendez brothers, Michael Jackson.
Meek Mill's in the pool? Yeah. He was calling Diddy daddy. He was like, hey, daddy. Diddy was like, hey, what's up, Meek? He was like, hey, daddy. Hold on, I'm going to show you. I got the little audio when Meek was getting his cheeks clapped. Hold on. Let's find it real quick. But I don't got the video because I ain't with them copyrights. But I do have the audio. And I need y'all to tell me, do this sound like Meek in the background? Come on, let's see. Let's find Meek. Let's find Meek. Where's Meek at? This is a debate right here. If this sound like Meek Mills, I need everybody to smash that like button. I gotta find it. Hold on. I gotta find it. I know y'all want to hear it. Diddy was going gorilla on him. Y'all want to hear this. Don't go away, y'all. I know where it's at. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna need y'all to smash that like button if this sounds like Meek Mills. Listen.
It was spiked. Like all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that stuff like I don't fucking drink. I smoke. Like I smoke and I had my.
Yeah, Meek was getting that body oils poured on him. Diddy, the butthole slayer, took advantage of that young man. You hear it? I'm not making this shit up. Listen to the audio. Listen.
It was spiked. Like all the champagne was spiked.
All the champagne was spiked. That's Meek right there. Look, right there.
Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that stuff like I don't fucking drink. I smoke. Like I smoke and I had my.
We gotta thicken our fucking street.
Start getting paid for your beat.
If you want to get famous, that's all you got to do.
Oh yeah, I ain't get by no beats, I ain't giving no shit, straight out on my own head. Put on my side of my closet, my house, everything I own it. Oh yeah, I ain't get by no beats, I ain't.
Hi, my name is Dr.
Rule number 1, you gotta be quick. Rule number 2, don't fall down. And rule number 3, whatever you do, never look back. Rule number 1. You're just a bitch.
Correct.
You're honestly, that's not me trying to be some after school special shit. You really are a bitch. You just.
I was in the gym for 2 hours.
My mind is telling me no. But my body's telling me yes. My mind.
Jesus was poor. Jesus ain't had nothing. So I don't be mad you say I don't have nothing. Jesus was poor. Jesus ain't had nothing. So I don't be mad you say I don't have nothing.
Breaking news! P. Diddy is screaming louder than he made Meek Mill scream in that leaked audio his bodyguard exposed. But this time, he's the one begging for mercy. At Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, P. Diddy's Valentine's Day started early. Inmates
You can't take back what your butthole received. You can't take back what your butthole received.
Okay, that's fine. People can talk crazy about me. That's fine. They should express themselves, and they have a right to. But I also get to say whatever the fuck I want about you now.
We both started noticing. Because I can't tell you how much I don't care. I couldn't even tell you how much. Because I can't tell you how much I don't care.
Diddy freak-offs affect hundreds of celebrities every year. The Jackson law firm is committed to standing up for the rights of people who attended these parties.
If you or a loved one attended a Diddy freak off during 2008 to 2024, you may be entitled to compensation.
We almost at 25 likes, y'all. We need one more like, y'all.
I'm talking about a big motherfucking bag, but you have to act fast before the feds drain his ass. Call us at 1-800-888-8888 today. Diddy, mommy and daddy won't teach you.
I know I'm coming. They know I'm coming. I know they gonna be there, and they know I'm gonna do the best job I can.
We got 25 likes. God is good. Oh, 24. You took it back. Wow. You took it back. Come on.
Possibly do.
Thank you.
I know I'm
Thank you. You gave it back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
coming.
Somebody do something to me, I do something to them. This is common sense.
So you believe in getting even?
Hell to the yeah. Somebody do something.
I put some lube on and got him on his knees. And I began to slide into him from behind.
Welcome to hell!
I was.
So you're telling me you can see our...
As news spreads, people take to social media expressing their excitement and concerns regarding the potential acquisition. The prospect